Hello everyone, Bridget Ayers here with GSW Consulting Group, and today we're going to talk about bringing your online world offline. And we're specifically going to address Twitter, Facebook, and Meetup.com. Now, Twitter first. Twitter, when you start your Twitter profile, you're going to friend anyone who will friend you back. But as you start to build up some consistency and a nice following, you want to start strategizing on who you want to connect with on Twitter. And a great way to do that is with Twillo. Twillo is the yellow pages for Twitter. You can go on Twillo and you can look up Twitterers based upon their location or category, business designation. You can start going after your targeted demographic. Now, the other great thing about Twillo is if you're traveling and you want to meet up with some Twitterers, you can go on Twillo and start looking in the area that you're going to be in. So if I'm going to be in Manhattan next month and I want to start connecting with some Twitterers there online, so when I'm there I may be able to connect with them offline, I would go to Twillo, I would look up Manhattan, I would look up Twitterers in the categories that I'm targeting, and I would start connecting with them now. And then as I get closer to the event or the time of my departure, I would start sending out some tweets saying, hey, I'm going to be in New York, Manhattan for this event if you're going to be there, or if you would like to get together, we'd love to connect with you there. So you can use Twillo to not only build up your Twitter contacts, but you can also use it to connect with them offline. A second resource that you can use with Twitter is Tweetups. And Tweetups are Twitter meetups. Now, if I want to meet up with some Twitters in San Diego, I can Google San Diego Tweetup, see if there's a Tweetup in this location. If there is, you join it and start meeting with your fellow Twitterers. If not, it's a great opportunity for you to start a Tweetup in your area and then use Twillo and Twitter to start building up that Tweetup list. If I'm traveling, again, if I'm going to be in Chicago in 2 months, then I can go online, look for Chicago Tweetups, join the Tweetup, start networking with those Twitterers, and then when I am going to be in Chicago, perhaps grab coffee, or they may be at the event that I'm going to be at. So Twillo and Tweetup are two great ways to bring your Twitter database offline. Now with Facebook, you're going to work in almost the same manner. You're going to, of course, send out updates that you're going to be at an event or at a location and see if anybody would like to connect. But you should take that a little bit further by also taking your friends list and starting to group it. Because Facebook, you connect with friends, family, business associates, clients, and you need to start segmenting your friends list. So if you're going to be at a certain event that you think that some of your Facebook friends might like, then you can send them a message, and you don't have to worry about bothering those who could care less about this business venture, or you can just send out an update to everyone. But as you start to build these lists, you want to definitely strategize on how to set these up and how you're going to contact them in the most time-efficient way. Another thing with Facebook that people don't think about are the groups and the networks. So you can go under the group section and start looking up groups based upon business type or social or networking. There are so many designations for groups. But also, if you know that you travel to certain areas or you will be in certain areas, you can look up organizations, groups, and networks based upon the location. So if I know I'm going to be in New York next month, then I can go on Facebook groups. I can start looking up networks and groups that are in that area, join those groups, and start connecting with those Facebook users. And then as I get closer to the group, message them, let them know I'm going to be in that area and I would like to connect. Maybe grab a cup of coffee, or if you're going to be at my event, connect with you there. And of course, again, send out my updates. Now, Meetup.com is another great way to meet people offline. Now, I've sent out my Twitter updates. I've connected with Twitters on TweetUp and Twillo. I've sent out my Facebook update, and I've connected with groups or networks that are going to be in that area, but I have some extra time. So I would go to meetup.com and I would look up Manhattan. I would look up the groups that I'm interested in, so business or entrepreneurs or networking or social, and I would see if there are any events happening in that area while I'm going to be there. Now, if there are, of course, great, and then you would join that meetup. And the big thing to do at that point is in the introduction section, when I'm introducing myself, is to connect Meetup with Facebook and Twitter. So in my introduction, I'm looking forward to meeting up with everyone. And by the way, you can find me on Twitter, put your Twitter profile, and you can find me on Facebook. And start networking with those people on Meetup before you go to that event. See where they're at online, start adding them to that database, because you can see everybody who's going to be at the event. You can connect with them on Meetup and then add them to your other resources. So to recap, for Twitter, Twillo and TweetUp, and Meetup, you can use Meetup for that as well. For Facebook, go under the group section, look up the fan pages and networks on Facebook, and really start segmenting your friends list on Facebook. And then finally, Meetup. Meetup can round out this whole process. You can go to Meetup, find things that are happening in the areas that you're going to be in or the areas that you're in right now, and set up some events in the real world. But then also remember, those offline people need to be connected back into your online world. I look forward to your feedback. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you all again real soon.